What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's edition of Free Tool Friday. My name is Tyler S. Clark, co-founder of Dream Firms, where we help accounting professionals to create generational wealth and impact by systemizing how they attract, win, and retain the business of their dream clients. And as part of our mission to be able to do that, we're bringing to you an incredibly powerful Free Tool Friday. And this topic is all about the life force of your accounting firm. Now, while you are certainly the heart, the soul, and the brains of your operation, well, there's something that's missing from this equation to have a healthy, functioning body or firm, and that is ultimately your life force, or in this case, your lifeblood. It's the leads of your business. It's the clients. It's what excites you. It's what gets you moving. And the reason that this is what we're starting off this particular round of topics for the month of June is that we know from working with our clients that when they haven't had a meaningful opportunity in quite a while, it's like not seeing the sun for several months, if you know what I mean. It gets hard, it gets frustrating. We go, well, why aren't people reaching out and speaking with me? Why am I finding it harder and harder to ultimately create my dream firm? And it has a lot to do with that the front end of our business isn't getting as much attention as the back end of our business. We find ourselves doing a lot of things for our existing clients, but we find ourselves investing no time or energy into the thing that gets us excited, which is getting the right people in through the front door to be able to replace the people who happen to be inside of your building in the first place. The clients that you don't really find yourself enjoying, don't want to necessarily be working with. We want to understand the importance of transitioning your firm starts with not focusing on them and over delivering and continuing to give them more than what you agreed to, what the promise is, maybe didn't properly define the promise. Point is those relationships, while valuable, can ultimately make more from them. Too much emphasis. And so what we need to do is we need to change our emphasis, bring it over to the front end of your business and say, if I were to have somebody walk through my front door right now, and maybe you're 100% virtual, most of us are at this point, but someone walked through the digital front door of your operations, can you clearly see what you want that person to represent and reflect? Can you imagine in your mind's eye who you want that person to be? Because if you can't, it's going to be really hard to make sure that they know where your office is, why they should be coming in, who they need to speak to, what their problems are. You got to know who you want coming through that front door. Because if you get enough people coming through that front door, you're going to be more fired up about your business than you've ever been in your life before. And so this is why we're starting really the first full month outside of tax season with what I think is the thing that's most exciting about your business is literally changing its trajectory by understanding your life force is your leads. The thing that makes you excited is when you look at your calendar and it's blank or it's only filled with people where you're literally like, I would fire you given the chance. I would remove you from my business given the chance, but I'm going to have to tolerate it a little longer. And the more we tolerate that, the more lower, the life force, lower, can't see the sun anymore. Sun's not coming out. This is like nuclear weather bad at a certain point. And then we go, oh, wait a minute. Actually, if I just focus on the front end and I can get the right people through here, wow, who's this person on my account? Wow, oh my, look at the way they filled out the information on this form. I'm really excited to speak. I got to come prepared, right? I got to make sure I get on my proactive t-shirt. They know that my dream clients deserve it. All of a sudden, everything changes. The way you get up in the morning, the way you speak to even your existing clients, the way you speak to your spouse, everything changes when you have the reason to be excited about your business. And I can tell you right now, it's really hard to be excited about a business that isn't growing or isn't growing the way you want it to. Everybody with me on this? Can I get an amen? Right? It's hard to be excited about a business that is not going in the direction that you want it to. And you can't see the progress or the traction. And the traction is literally, are there people on my calendar that are genuinely interested in exploring what I have to offer? And if your answer to that is no, I'm not really sure, I hope it changes. We don't prescribe hopium here at Dream Firms, right? Hopium is a dangerous drug. You are in control of whether or not that happens. And that's a hard truth some people need to hear. But if you just hope it changes magically on its own, or you had a really good up year one year because of referrals, and then all of a sudden next year there's nothing at all, it's like, okay, well, I hope that comes back. Sure. I'm sure you hope for it too. But that's not control. That's not being able to predictably understand where your next opportunity is coming from. So I'm going to keep today's lesson short, sweet, and to the point. But if you are watching this right now, you are watching this because you understand the importance that there is something in your business that is not operating the way you feel it could or should. And while it is not a panacea to be able to look at the front end of your business and say, if you just get more leads, it's a cure-all, that's definitely not true. But if you get the right type of leads and you can convert those leads into quality clients that appreciate what you do, I promise you it will fix a lot more things than you can possibly imagine until you actually experience it. And then all of a sudden you go, wow, the possibilities, the future is bright. The sun isn't hiding behind the nuclear winter anymore. We can see it. We can get the life from it. And now we can do more with it. We have energy. Okay. A lot of people go, Ty, where's your energy come from? It comes from my clients. It comes from my dream clients. It comes from the people who genuinely appreciate what we do. That's where it comes from. It's not, it doesn't, I don't wake up in the morning and like chug caffeine and go, it's Free Tool Friday day. It's like, I don't do that. Right. It's just like, I'm like this naturally because I love working with my clients. And the reason I love working with my clients is I've clearly defined who they need to be. And I've put in the systems in place that bring them to us in a repeatable fashion so that I can stay focused on delivering them the results they deserve. That's what this is about. So next week, we're going to dive a little bit more into the actual lead generation process, but this is about the why first. We can't get into the what we do or how we do it until you really just go, wow, I really understand why I need more leads in my business, because my business should not be operating on hopium for something that's as important as the type of people who are coming through the front door. So I hope I've cured you of your hopium addiction as a part of today's Free Tool Friday. I also want to give everyone a very quick heads up that we have a digital marketing masterclass that is starting to get very polished off right now. That is going to get launched by June 15th. Okay. So again, just be aware that if you get involved with the 3-day Practice Igniter Challenge, you'll have an opportunity to purchase that during the experience of checking out. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. It's really hard to miss. It's literally when you're going to check out for that amazing product. So I encourage each and every single one of you to check that out. And for those that are already Dream Firm leaders, of course, you guys are going to have access to that. So if you're already in the Create Your Dream Firm program, no worries. You guys get all the best content as soon as it's available. But if you are not a part of what we've got going on with Dream Firms, check out the 3-day Practice Igniter Challenge, because it will simply over deliver at every possible turn. So with that being said, my name is Tyler S. Clark. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And remember that only you can create your dream firm, but we help you every single step of the way. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.